The greatest sadness in Mick Jagger's life was not a single moment, but rather an accumulation of personal losses, the pressures of fame and regret for not being able to balance his career and family life. As a rock star admired by millions, Jagger was often seen through the prism of confidence, explosive energy, and a carefree lifestyle. However, behind that image was a sensitive person who always had to deal with emotional wounds that did not heal easily. One of Jagger's deepest sorrows was the loss of loved ones, especially the death of his longtime girlfriend, Lorraine Scott, in 2014. Lorraine, a talented fashion designer, committed suicide in her New York apartment, leaving Jagger in a state of shock and extreme pain. They had been together since 2001, and Jagger once described her as his best friend. In a statement after the event, he wrote, "I am still trying to understand why my partner and best friend ended his life in such a tragic way." The sadness came not only from the loss, but also from a sense of helplessness at not being able to prevent the tragedy. He canceled several Rolling Stones concerts to cope with the grief, and those close to him said he suffered a period of deep depression afterward. In addition, Jagger was saddened by the disruption of family relationships caused by the life of a rock star. The father of 8 children, including Jade Jagger, born in 1971 to Bianca Jagger, and Lucas Maurice Morad Jagger, born in 1999 to Luciana Gimenez. He was often away from his family because of his long tours and demanding schedules. In a 2008 interview with Rolling Stone, he admitted, "I love my children, but I wasn't always there when they needed me. That's what bothers me." This sadness deepens when he looks back on his busy years and realizes that he missed out on many important moments in his children's lives. Another aspect of his greatest sadness in life is the pressure of fame and being misunderstood by the public. As the frontman of the Rolling Stones, Jagger often faced criticism for his wild lifestyle, from drug use in the 1960s to his complicated relationships. In 1967, he and Keith Richards were arrested for drug possession, an event that damaged the band's image and put Jagger in a state of extreme stress. "I never thought of myself as a bad person, but sometimes the press made me feel like a criminal," he shared in his autobiography. According to the Rolling Stones, 2003. This sadness was not only about misunderstanding, but also about the search for freedom in a judgmental world. Ultimately, Jagger's greatest sadness may have been his regret at not being able to live a simpler life. Although he loved the stage and music, he expressed his desire for moments of peace away from public scrutiny. In a 2013 interview with The Guardian, he said, "There are days when I just want to be a normal person, walking around without anyone noticing." This sadness, though not often expressed publicly, was an inseparable part of his life and dedication. Mick Jagger's grief, then, is a combination of personal loss, family sacrifice, criticism, and regrets about a different life. But it is these sorrows that have shaped him into a great artist, a devoted father, and an icon of perseverance. Mick Jagger's career has been a journey of more than 6 decades, from a blues-loving schoolboy in Dartford to the frontman of the Rolling Stones, one of the greatest bands of all time. With his unique voice, explosive performance style, and songwriting talent, he has left a deep mark on music history, but not without setbacks and harsh challenges. Mick Jagger began his musical career in 1962, when he, Keith Richards, Brian Jones, Ian Stewart, Charlie Watts, and Bill Wyman formed the Rolling Stones. The band quickly became a phenomenon with songs inspired by blues and American rock and roll, such as "I Can't Get No Satisfaction," 1965, "Paint It Black," 1966, and "Sympathy for the Devil," 1968. Jagger, as lead singer and lyricist, brought an explosive energy and a rebellious image, in contrast to the polished style of the Beatles. The album Aftermath, 1966, marked the first time Jagger and Richards wrote all of their songs, establishing their talents as a creative duo. The 1970s were the peak of the Rolling Stones' career, with classic albums such as Sticky Fingers, 1971, Exile on Main Street, 1972, and Some Girls, 1978. Jagger was not only the vocalist, but also the one who shaped the band's style, from the stage costumes to the way they interacted with the audience. The songs Brown Sugar and Miss You became iconic, putting the Rolling Stones at the forefront of rock music. He won numerous awards, including the Grammy for Best Rock Album in 1995 for Voodoo Lounge and the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 1986 Grammys. Aside from the Rolling Stones, Jagger also had a successful solo career. The albums She's the Boss, 1985, and Wandering Spirit, 1993, received positive reviews, with songs like Just Another Night and Sweet Thing demonstrating the versatility of his style. He also tried his hand at acting, appearing in films such as Performance, 1970, and Ned Kelly, 1970, though he did not achieve the same success as his music. Jagger was also a producer, co-founding Jagged Films, the company behind projects such as Enigma, 2001, and The Women, 2008. Jagger was also a cultural icon with an influence that extended beyond his music. He was knighted Sir in 2003 for his contributions to music, a rare honor in the rock world. At 80, he continued to tour with the Rolling Stones, whose 2023 album Hackney Diamonds was praised for its freshness and relentless energy. "I never thought I would be singing at this age, but music is my life," he shared in a 2023 interview with Billboard. Jagger's career, however, has not always been smooth sailing. One of his biggest setbacks was internal tensions within the Rolling Stones in the 1980s. Conflicts between Jagger and Keith Richards over musical direction nearly led to the band's breakup. Jagger wanted to experiment with new genres such as pop and dance, while Richards stuck to traditional rock and blues. The album Dirty Work, 1986, was criticized for its lack of cohesion, and Jagger admitted that he had become too focused on his solo career to the detriment of the band's unity. "That was the most difficult period of our lives," he said, according to the Rolling Stones. Another challenge was the controversy over Jagger's lifestyle. During the 1960s and 1970s, he was heavily criticized for his drug use and wild partying. A 1967 arrest for drug possession not only damaged the Rolling Stones' image, but also left Jagger in a state of extreme stress. "I felt like the world was against me," he told Rolling Stone in 1971. Though he survived the scandal, it left a scar on his mind. Jagger also faced setbacks in his acting career. Performance, 1970, though critically acclaimed, was not a commercial success. His role in Ned Kelly was criticized for lacking depth, and he almost gave up acting after that. "I love movies, but I don't think I have the patience to do them well," he admitted in a 1985 interview. Another setback came when his solo album Primitive Cool, 1987, failed to live up to expectations. Despite Jagger's dedication, the album was criticized for lacking innovation and failing to compete with the work of the Rolling Stones. "I tried to do something different, but maybe I went too far," he told NME in 1988. The failure led to him putting his solo career on hold for several years to focus on the band. Mick Jagger is not known for being emotional in public, but there have been times when he has been unable to hold back tears. One such occasion was following the death of Brian Jones, a founding member of the Rolling Stones, in 1969. Jones drowned under mysterious circumstances just weeks after leaving the band. Jagger wept at a press conference saying, "Brian was a part of us, and I will always miss him." The pain was deepened as he led the band through a crisis to continue their career. Another time, at a 2014 Ulren Scott Memorial Concert, Jagger broke down in tears while singing "Wild Horses," a song he had performed with her in private. "This song has a different meaning now," he told the audience, his voice breaking. The moment was not only an expression of grief, but also a testament to his honesty in the face of loss. Jagger's tears have also appeared in more personal moments. In a 2010 interview with The Guardian, he said he cried while writing "Shine a Light" for the Exile on Main Street album, because the song reminded him of the hardships he and the band went through in the 1960s. "I didn't just write songs, I wrote about my life," he said. These moments show that Mick Jagger was not just a rock star, but also a man who lived his life to the fullest. Mick Jagger's career is a testament to perseverance and relentless effort. From a small band in London to a global icon, his journey is a story of passion and dedication. Despite the challenges he faced, from internal conflicts to personal scandals, he never gave up. His tears were not only an expression of pain, but also a testament to his dedication and love for music. Mick Jagger is a man who constantly sets big goals, both in his career and in his personal life. The achievements he pursues are not just fame or money, but also recognition, innovation, and the ability to inspire. Jagger's biggest goal has always been to keep the Rolling Stones alive. When he founded the band in 1962, he and his bandmates dreamed of bringing blues music to the world. More than 6 decades later, he continues to tour and compose, with his 2023 album Hackney Diamonds, a testament to his relentless ambition. "I want our music to still make people dance, whether they're 20 or 80, he said in an interview with Billboard. He also aims to reinvent rock music. In the 1970s, Jagger experimented,